Hey everyone, welcome back to Reluctantly Productive. I'm F Baby. Today we're going to take a look at a route that'll make you some money during this Blackwood event. It's a pretty straightforward route. It is a general route. This is not a zone that has a area that's like, oh, you can go here and only collect one type of resource. Nope, Blackwood is for kind of gathering up everything. One of the things that makes this a pretty decent zone for farming is there's not a lot of enemies in the overworld part, at least not in the northern part. When you get down to the swampy bits, it's a bit more enemy dense. Anyway, we're going to start at Fort Redmain, that way shrine. You can loop around the Fort Redmain area and kind of just collect anything you find. You can also, if you want to, I don't show this route, but you can run from Fort Redmain all the way up to Doomvault Vulpanaz and then back down. That's not a bad route either. I just think you'll find more people there because that is where companions come from. There's also a world boss up that way. And so you're more likely to find people who are just casually harvesting. These events don't normally bring out farmers or that's not true. These events don't normally have tons of people farming at the same time, but it is something that people think about when they're running to and from world bosses or to delves, etc. They're going to just grab the resources on the way, whereas during normal gameplay they might not care. So it's one of the reasons I'm showing you the route I'm showing you. So you're going to go down from Fort Redmain. You're going to go across the bridge, and then basically all the way down past the Border Watchway Shrine. You can stop there if you want, but I wouldn't. But you're going to keep running down. And you're basically just going to follow all the mountains and stuff on the other side of Leowin, like the inland side of Leowin, and you're going to run all the way down to the bottom of the map. And then once you've kind of like started looping around, you've gotten to a point where there's only mountains and you can't go anywhere else, loop back to Leowin and take the way shrine back to Fort Redmain. You'll be able to complete this loop in about 10-15 minutes, depending on how much stuff you have to fight and how back and forth you go. I think it took me 15 minutes total in the clip I'm showing you. And part of that was I decided, I at first was just going to stop at the Leowin outskirts, but there's a ton more resources just to the west of Leowin. And so I figured I would keep going, and that lengthened my time out about 10 minutes. Also, I got stuck at one point, and I don't think I kept that part of the video. I cut it out, but either way, like I said, this is a pretty good general zone. This area that we're running through is a little light on ore, but it makes up for that by being heavy in alchemy spawns and in cloth nodes. And so you can find a good mix of stuff there. If you're looking for dreg wax or anything like that, you'll be able to find a ton of it here. And or I guess a ton of cloth. You can't find the dreg wax, obviously, but if you really, really wanted to make this like a full proper loop, you could run all the way from Leowin to the Blackwood Crossroads Way Shrine and then head north from there. I don't really recommend farming the southern part of this map because it is, like I said, more enemy dense. I personally hate the swamp zones in this game. I feel like I'm always getting lost and I'm always under attack from something. But staying in the northern part here, you can, like this north central and northwestern area, you could farm with impunity. There's very few enemies out, like some wolves and some imps and stuff, but nothing crazy. Alternatively, if you wanted to, you could run and farm up around the Dread Cellar and Farmer's Nook, pretty much everywhere around the Blood Run Way Shrine. It's not as good, in my opinion. The terrain there is a little bit crappier, so you end up jumping off of cliffs a lot, or not cliffs, but like little hillsides, and then having to loop back around to where you were. But anyway, this route took me about 15 minutes, and as you can see, I made a chunk of cash here. Our main income maker was Columbine and some Ancestor Silk. We also managed to collect 3 of the coffers. So for 15 minutes, 3 coffers. That means in an hour you could potentially collect 9. And yeah, that's what I've got for you this week. This event is going to run for 2 weeks. I believe it ends on the 28th, so right after Thanksgiving. So this will be a good time to just stock up your resources. We have no idea what they're going to introduce next year. For all we know, another new class is coming. It's probably not, but that's where we're at. And I think this is a good place to stop. So let me know if you have any questions or comments or concerns. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know how you did on this route. Let me see some totals, or tell me what you farmed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.